What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not telling anyone out there to not go ahead and criticize Splitgate 2. If there are problems or real issues, you have to speak up about these things, right? If you don't, then, how could we ever expect for them to be resolved? And this team is very open with their community. They are always taking feedback. And if there were a better team to go ahead and do such a thing, it's this team right here that you guys should be giving your feedback to, whether it's good or bad. But we have hit a point, especially on Reddit and other social media platforms as well, where the community isn't even giving constructive criticism or even feedback that is worthwhile. They are just simply bashing the game. Day after day after day, I can quite literally predict the exact outcome on Reddit every day that I go ahead and log in. The exact top post. And at that point, it's just getting embarrassing. And it truly shows how low of an IQ a lot of people out there have. People hop on the internet for internet points. They just want to go ahead and get the first thing out there that will get them a whole bunch of likes without actually bringing real, good information and critique into the post itself. But guys, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, if you guys are interested, you're gonna link that channel down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been sitting on this topic for quite some time here because I did want to discuss some other, video points. But the fact that I sat on it and each and every day still produces the same type of, stuff that I see on the internet is even more hilarious. But it started off with this post right here by Addy Play, saying Splitgate 2 has officially dropped below 2,000 players on Steam for the first time yesterday. With, the quote saying, sad to see. And again, like I said before, this is what is at the top of Splitgate 2 at all times. I'm not talking about criticism. I'm not talking about actual things that need to be fixed. I'm just talking about straight doom posting about how the game is quote-unquote dead. And it doesn't end there. Here's another one that I just recently saw here. Making FPS great again with another Steam chart to go ahead and showcase to us how dead this game is on Steam right now. Boy, oh boy. And the funniest part about it is that they went ahead and compared it to two other games. First and foremost, the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is obviously known to be one of the most popular versions of Halo that you could possibly play. There's a constant debate going on right now whether people want to move over to Halo Infinite and play that, or people who just want to simply stay and play the Master Chief Collection. It's known for being stupidly popular. But yeah, let's go ahead and compare that one. And also the Finals, a game that has had almost 2 years to go ahead and establish itself and grow an audience and come out with updates. Literally, the Finals didn't even drop in that phenomenal of a spot either. It needed time to build. And guess what? People gave it time to build. But over here with Splitgate, it's a completely different story. And it's so weird to me because you guys want to know something? When we were in beta and we were in alpha, nobody gave a crap. Absolutely nobody. Everybody was still happy with the game, enjoying themselves. But the second they announce a BR and they wear a hat that says make FPS great again, the whole, and when I say the whole, I truly mean the whole community shifted. Nothing with the game shifted. It's still the same game we were playing back in the beta and the alpha, 1010%. But for some reason, when that information dropped, everybody's perspective on the game changed. I don't know what happened. I don't know why everybody's switching up now, but at the end of the day, I guess it just is what it is. But it's wild to me because people keep using Steam charts, and I don't know why. I don't even use Steam charts for COD. I don't care. The only way I use Steam charts for COD is when I'm comparing, like Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6, for example, and how well one game is doing compared to the other. I never say COD is dead. I say it all the time. I hate that COD is in the position that it's in, but I always acknowledge that it doesn't matter because there's tons of people playing on console still. It's one of the most popular shooters on the market, whether we want to accept that or not. I say it all the time, and the same goes with the Steam charts over for Splitgate. Let me ask you a question. If there were 3 million people that went ahead and installed Splitgate 2, why is it that Splitgate 2 only peaked at 25,000 players on Steam? If Steam is such a massive platform for Splitgate 2, if Steam is literally the deciding factor of if Splitgate 2 is literally alive or dead, why did it only peak at 25k players when they got 3 million plus to go ahead and download and check out the game? I don't want to hear people say, oh, well, they downloaded it and never gave it a shot. No, None of that noise. Usually when you download something, you're going to give it a go. If you don't like it, then that's great. You uninstall. And that's where we have other charts like most played and stuff like that to see where these games are standing, which is funny because on the most played chart for Xbox, they're still in the top 30. And I'm not talking about most downloaded, ladies and gentlemen, although they're still in the top 3 for PlayStation on the most downloaded. But I'm not talking about that noise because people always mix it up. I'm talking about most played, not most downloaded, as in most people playing the game, logging in and getting hours into the game. They're still top 30 for Xbox. Guys, console is a huge marketplace. Yes, the Steam charts look really rough, but I mean, let's be honest here. How many games does console have where you can get this type of experience compared to PC? PC and Steam is such a stupidly big marketplace. Console is just branching out and starting to get other, style of games like Hell Let Loose, for example. And BRs, do you know how long we didn't have BRs on console? Again, PC has everything, whereas consoles do not. So yes, a game like Splitgate 2, especially it being free to play, is going to drag in a lot of console players. No, I'm not saying it's the biggest game in the world. I'm simply not. But we have to respect that it's not only 2,000 players playing Splitgate 2, but that's all you see. That's all you see. You go on any social media platform, and it's nothing but people doom posting and making the game look like it's bad, which discourages people from downloading it because they look at that and say, oh, look, 2,000 people, they don't know any better. That's over half the people. Over half the people in this world, whether you want to believe it or not, act off of, first instincts, whatever they see first. Same goes for when you see a new dish, food, you first try a restaurant, you look at some reviews, whatever it is. People will see something and instantly judge it based off of that. They'll see that this game, it only has 2,000 players, it's dead. When in reality, there's plenty more playing on console right now. It's not stomping out charts for other games, but there's definitely people playing. It's ridiculous. You even get posts like this all the time. Ripgate, ? Haven't had to wait this long to find a match ever. Is it just the game mode? I'm over 7.5 minutes waiting now. This coupled with the fact that I've been recognizing names reappearing in other modes makes me think this game's lifespan isn't going to be long. Guys, this has been a known bug for ages now. Every single post that I see of this has an instant answer saying it's a bug. Restart your queue. And it's always upvoted. So it's not like it's hidden. It's not like nobody knows this. It's always upvoted like nobody else's business. Yet we still get posts like this 24/7. You get posts like the Steam charts, dead game, Ripgate, long queue times, although it's a bug. They're never going to mention it's a bug. They're never going to mention that you just got to restart your queue and it'll work. But that's not popular enough. You're not going to get enough likes if you go ahead and say something like that about Splitgate. You got to let, people think, not only does it only have 2,000 players on Steam, but it takes 10 minutes to find lobbies. You even have posts like this. Where is everyone leaving to? This is the funniest crap I've ever seen. Why are people in the Splitgate 2 subreddit board asking where people are leaving? They're acting like the game is shutting down like X-Defiant, and they're asking where everybody's going. Just go play a different game if you're not enjoying. This is just mind-boggling because, as I stated, the game has actual, real problems that should be on the front page at all times to help the developers figure stuff out and build upon that base. But instead of people actually hyper-prioritizing these problems, they keep hyper-focusing the most brain-numbing stupid things because, again, they know it's going to give them internet points. And that's all that matters in the grand scheme of things. They don't care how it affects the player count whatsoever. They don't care how they affect other people's opinions on the game. They only care that they're going to get a crap ton of upvotes because they're going to post the Steam charts for the 1,000th time. And the Reddit board is filled with people who absolutely hate Splitgate for some reason because of a hat. I mean, it's just absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, again, we have legitimate problems. Like, why isn't this post more popular? Why is this still happening? The daily and weekly rewards are still bugged out, right? We're still having issues with this, and this right here should be pushed heavily because this is a core staple of Splitgate 2. Am I correct or am I wrong? Until the progression and rank comes out, this is your main source of progression, grinding through the battle pass. So this should be fixed by now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. But guess what? It's not. But you'll see one post like this on the Reddit board, all the way down at the very bottom for nobody to go ahead and see. And again, it gets pushed away from the audience. While, again, the Steam charts are at the top. Or even this post right here. This was a comment from Scott Gaming, and this guy makes amazing YouTube content as well. I highly suggest going ahead and checking him out. But he said, I'm going to be honest with you, mate. There's a lot from outside the USA leaving because of the servers. Depending on the player's service/provider, they're experiencing terrible ping and latency due to being ported to the US. They can't compete with that. I'll be talking about it on Monday. It's something they really need to address, else lose more international players. That's huge, is it not? That is a huge topic that should be discussed all across these pages. This should be literally Steam charts on the top. No, that right there should be on the top. If international players are literally being queued up in the USA 24/7 and they are not really getting any other options outside of the USA, I think those players 1010% deserve some type of answer. But how are we going to get that answer when nobody talks about it? Nobody posts it. Nobody pushes it up. As I stated, the criticism this game gets is stupid and useless. And I know there's going to be people who read the title and they're going to jump to conclusion and say, oh, he doesn't want me to critique Splitgate too. Well, I deserve to have my opinions as well. I never said that. I literally never said that, not even a singular time in this video. I'm literally showcasing to you guys major things that must be resolved or else they are going to lose more players. That's the reality of it, right? I'm showing you guys these things. And guess what? They're real issues. They're not just numbers on Steam that does nothing to the overall game. Like, let me ask you something. What can the devs do with the 1000th post of their Splitgate numbers? What are they going to do? That's not telling them what they're doing wrong. That's not telling them what you might not enjoy about the overall experience. That's not telling them what they can go ahead and improve at. That's just literally rubbing it in their face again and again and again. It's like you either want to see the game succeed or you don't. And if you don't, you should probably move on and play something different. But for those who just want to stalk it, which is, the mass majority of people nowadays, stop. Stop being a loser. It's just as simple as that. If you are stalking a game that you don't like just to see it die, then you're a loser. It's just as simple as that, right? Like even me with Call of Duty. I talk a lot of crap, but I talk crap for a reason because it's my favorite franchise. It needs an anti-cheat. It needs better servers. It needs all these things. So our favorite franchise can go ahead and thrive, right? I'm not sitting here, spamming Steam numbers for Call of Duty every single day without having an actual reason for doing so. Again, when I talk about those numbers, I'm showcasing that PC players on Black Ops 6 are not as happy as they were on Modern Warfare 3 because the PC version is horrible this time around. And there's also other practices involved that are pulling people away from wanting to go ahead and play. Not saying it's dead. I'm not just spamming numbers and saying, oh, look, dead game, dying, haha. No, I'm giving a legitimate reason for why those numbers are being shown and hopefully a way to improve that. If you can't bring that to the table with Splitgate 2, then you might as well not bring anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything at all. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I just want to go ahead and showcase this to you all. I just think it's insane. The fact that every single day that I load up Splitgate 2 to see, issues that people might be having, fun things that might be going on, so on and so forth, it's just the same regurgitated garbage again and again and again. I'm hoping at one point in time we can actually get real criticisms at the top of the Reddit board, but only time will tell, sadly. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post here daily at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, if you guys are interested, you can link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.